Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Real Talk Live with Arnett D. Love. And once again, it is a pleasure to be in your presence. I just want you to know that I could not wait to get to you. I had some things going on today, and as usual, I'm going to come to you around 2-ish, okay? But I'm here now, and I just want y'all to know that I got some words of encouragement for you. There are some people who are going to start talking about what they want to do and their plans for 2025. And I just want to encourage you to go ahead and start and never give up. Don't let anybody discourage you. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. Matter of fact, when they start telling you that something is not going to work, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and go on with your plan anyway. Go ahead and write it down on paper, make it plain, not only for yourself, but for other people. Do what it is that you have to do. I am living proof that if you don't give up, things will eventually work out for you. And we're not talking about me, we're talking about you and your plans. What do you have? What are your goals? Write your goals down. Start with your long-term goals and then your short-term goals, or your short-term goals and your long-term goals. However you want to put it on paper, make sure that you categorize what your goals are, whether they're long-term or short-term. And once you realize what goals you have, go ahead and start writing down your plan to accomplish your goals. How are you going to get to your long-term goals? How are you going to get to your short-term goals? What is it going to consist of? What do you need to do? Who do you need to incorporate in getting your goal accomplished? That's what you have to do. Write it down. Make you a plan. If you're starting a business, make you a business plan that is going to help you keep up with your organization for reaching your goals. How are you going to accomplish these goals? But remember, you're going to have people come against you. You're going to have even your own family going to tell you that you can. You're not able. You're not ready. They're not going to support you. You're going to have all that. And listen, don't be afraid when it's someone that's not your family that stands behind you and push you onto the race. And that somebody is going to be me. I'm telling you, through my videos, I'm going to continue to press you, push you, encourage you, and let you know that you can accomplish your goals by any means necessary. And not only by any means necessary, any way necessary, okay? Any way necessary, because God will send you helpers. God will send you people who you least expect to support you in your goals. Believe it. So everybody that drops off and turn their back on you and got so much to say, honey, ignore all that nonsense, those non-factors. Ignore them, because I promise you, God will put people and things in place to help you achieve your goals. Now, one thing we have to remember to do is make sure that this is within His will. So pray over it. Pray over whatever your goals are. I prayed over all of mine. Prayed over it. I'm getting ready to end one of my 3 businesses, and I pray over it. Before I do that, before this month is out, I will pray over to make sure that I end the correct business. And then I will let God continue to guide me, because remember, the future is always better than your past. I don't care what you're going through. I really don't care what you're thinking. Your future is better than your past. I promise you that. So look, take small steps. It's not going to all come together in one lump sum, should I say, or one setting, okay? It's not going to cook all together. Sometimes you have to take baby steps. Sometimes you have to, it takes months. It may take years. But the thing is, you cannot stop. You have to keep pushing. So don't think that it's going to work overnight, because these things are not going to work overnight. I don't know what you got planned. There is something that you have brewing. See, there is something that you are good at. There is something, and I'm telling you, there is something that you can do that is going to be successful or suffice for your life. Okay. And what I'm trying to tell you is we all have a gift. We all have a gift that God has blessed us with that is going to provide for us. And you won't have to work for anybody for the rest of your life. Understand that. You will not always have to work for other people. I need for you to tap into what your gifts are. Whether your gifts, my gift is talking. My gift is standing and encouraging people. My gift is letting you know about certain things that you may not have known about, transparency, and even making people laugh. Y'all didn't know that, did you? I'm a comedian, and I'm going to enhance that gift as well. But that is my gift. What is your gift? Is your gift doing charity work, and a certain type of charity work, working with kids, working with domestic violence victims? What is your gift? Once you identify your gift, you can tap into it and figure out and pray on how you can help others with your gift. And not only that, how can your gift be beneficial to you? And that's what a lot of us don't do. We don't tap into our gifts, so we don't know how we can use our gifts, so we don't have to work for anybody else. So we don't have to worry about where our next meal is coming for, or how we going to pay our bills. And I know it sounds so far-fetched. You're like, what are you talking about? But honey, let me tell you, when I wrote my book, see, a lot of you didn't support me when I wrote my book because I wasn't in the in crowd. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the most loved one. I didn't have a lot of money, because we seem to want to support people that we feel have money. And these same people are, come on, they giving you something? Are they giving you something? I'm not a hater on anybody. I want everybody to be successful. But I do believe that, I don't get excited about somebody else's coins. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to support you just because you have money. Make it make sense to me. I'm not going to support you just because you have money. I want to support you because I see you giving back to the community. I want to support you because I know that you care about the people that surrounds you. That's why I want to support you. So what I'm saying is, I'm not going to support you just because, just because you hoop and holler about who don't support you. No, you have to be doing something. You have to be trying to teach something. You have to be trying to guide somebody. And that is the type of people I like to stand behind. Somebody that's going to use what they have to help somebody else. So now I take and I tell you, like I said, my book, a lot of people didn't support my book, but those were a lot of people who did support my book. I put my book out in 2019. My book is still selling. I'm still selling copies of my book. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so grateful because I know that was one of my gifts that God gave me and that was sufficient for me. Okay. And then I'm able to add that to my income. And see, that's what a lot of us don't understand. Your gift will make room for you, meaning you will be able to add your gifts to your income. You will be able to, with the remnants of your gifts, the rewards of your gift, you will be able to add that to your income. You will be able to grow your businesses if you just believe in yourself and trust that what's for you is for you, and continue to work. When you work on something, when you're trying to have your own business, when you're doing entrepreneurship, you have to work at it as if you're trying to breathe. Pretend that you're underwater and you cannot breathe if you cannot succeed. And that is how hard you have to work to establish your own business, especially when no one has handed you anything. Okay, you got a lot of people that gets their businesses handed to them. But if you are a true entrepreneur, no one is going to hand you your business. So what you have to do is work as if you cannot breathe. What you have to do is work as if your life depended on it, because sometimes your life does or do depend on you working for yourself. When those doors are closed in your face, when you can't get the job that you think that you should have, you have to create the job that is going to help you feed your children. Create the job that's going to help you progress in life. Create the job that is going to pay your bills. And guess what? There is no stopping. You have to continue to move. And even though it may be small steps, listen, that first check that you get from working in your own business should motivate you, because the same way you got that check, you have to dive in a little bit harder and do the same thing a little bit more so that you can get a larger check. You can do anything that you put your mind to, and I'm telling you, do not let anyone discourage you, because unfortunately that is what is going to happen. Someone is going to attempt to discourage you. Don't ask me why. That is just what we do. We're like sometimes crabs in the bucket. We always want to say what we think, that if I don't support this person, I don't have to worry about nobody else supporting it either. But that is not the case. That is not the case. Okay? Because what happens is, if it is the will of God for you to do your own thing, for you to create this much needed business that you create, because you don't want to create a business that's needed, whether your business like mine be entertainment or consulting. You don't want to create a business that's not needed. You want to look around and research and see what is needed in your area. And so what happens is, once you get the okay from not man now, from him, once you get the okay about your business, it's time to drive, and I mean drive hard. COVID should have taught us a lot of things. The way we were being laid off, that wasn't the time to sit back and just collect the check. That was the time to sit back and reevaluate our lives and start preparing to do our own thing. That was the time during COVID, was for us to start making our businesses happen. We have gifts. Some of us can draw. Do you know how much people are paying for portraits? Do you know I have a portrait that was worth, I think the portrait that I have on my wall of me, even though it wasn't precisely looking like me, it missed some details like the dip in my lip and the fact that I really don't have eyebrows. But that portrait was a $200 and some portrait. Okay? So if you have that ability to do artwork, enhance your craft. Enhance your craft so that you can charge what you are worth. Don't put garbage out. Enhance your craft. If you are a photographer, come on, it's holiday season. Everybody is looking for photographers that can do graphic design behind their pictures and make their pictures just boom and pop out of the screen, or however they're going to display it out of the frame. Everybody is looking for that now. It's holiday season. This is where you can make your money for the year. That's right, for the year. You take the holiday seasons, you take Christmas, you take Thanksgiving, you take Mother's Day, Father's Day, you take Easter season, and you do your portraits, and you do your pictures, your photographs, you do weddings, you do birthday parties, whatever you're doing, and you make your you do all of that, and you make your money, and you can make your finances to cover a whole year if you plan properly. You have to plan. That's what, y'all know, the little the snowball places, they don't sell snowballs in the wintertime, baby. They don't sell snowballs in the wintertime. They make all of the money that they need during the summer. They know exactly what they need to make to be able to last to the next season for snowballs. And that's how we have to be. If you're doing t-shirts, come on, use half of the year to make what you need for the full year. That way, anything else that you make over what you have allotted for your intake for the year that's needed, that's something extra. Come on, we gotta be smart about what we're doing in our own businesses. Okay, sometimes I do my bills and then I put down what I need to make so that I will have the additional funds that I need to splurge a little bit throughout the month. And that's what I do. So if I need to make an extra $250, that's what I do so that I can splurge a little bit more throughout the month. And I'm not worried about, cutting into my pocket change because of my bills. We as business owners, we have to strategize until we just, until our money is being made in our sleep. Okay, so when your money is being made in your sleep, that's different. Now, let me explain something to you. If your goal is something dealing with like the Social Security or anything that you get paid from the state, let me advise you to make sure that is something that you truly want to do, meaning you don't want to get in trouble messing with the state funds, okay? So you have to make sure that you're ready to report the things that are necessary to be reported, and you're ready to account for this money properly, because you don't want to get hemmed up. I have known a few people that's probably still sitting in jail right now for messing with them people's money. Okay, so if you call yourself wanting to do child care, or you want to do support care and all that stuff, make sure you're doing right by those individuals and you're doing right by those folks' money. Okay, and that is a way to get paid, but that has to be your give. You can't mistreat these people in the sake of money. You can't say, oh, I'm doing this and this, and then the people come and you don't treat them right. That has to be your gift. You gotta love these people, and you can tell if you're treating them good by the way they respond to you. Believe it or not, you can tell who are good with their clients by the way their clients respond to you. When you see clients go up to these care owners, support groups, when you see these clients go up to them with joy in their face and want a hug and happiness, these clients are satisfied with these owners. These clients are in a loving environment. And it shows. Make sure that's your ministry. Don't get up there talking about making money and you mistreating people. Let's not do that, okay? Pay attention to who you go in business with. If you know that your business partner is an untruthful person, you don't want to go in business with that person. Have you witnessed how dedicated they are to certain things that they have started in the past? If they're not dedicated to certain things that they have started in the past, you may not want to be in business with that individual. If they lose their concentration very quickly, you may not want to be in business with that individual. If they go from business entrepreneurship from one to another in records amount of time, you may not want to be in business with that individual. Pay attention to their progress. Pay attention to what they have done in the past, and that should tell you whether or not there is a future for you and that individual together. Be very mindful of who you go in to business with, because some people just want to make money. And when you start your business, most of the time there is no money in the beginning. You're still going to have to work a 9 to 5 9 times out of 10, unless you have something that is high in demand and you can meet the supply for that demand. Okay, I used to do jewelry. I had my boutique. I used to do jewelry. I had clothes. I had some shoes and all that stuff. And when I realized that paparazzi with the $5 was pretty much what people really cared about, they didn't care about good jewelry, and I'm not saying paparazzi not good jewelry now, but what I'm saying is they didn't care about the the pieces of jewelry that I had. They cared about the price. They cared about this $5. I can take this $5, get me a piece of jewelry, and if it turned on me, no problem. I only spent $5 for it, so I'm gonna get and pay $5 for something else. And when I had enough intelligence to know that I can't compete with paparazzi jewelry, so I ended my jewelry sales because my jewelry, what I paid for them, was a little bit too much for me to turn around and sell it for $5. I wasn't going to do that. And so I moved into something else. And sometimes that's what you have to do in business. You have to compete. You have to figure out how you can compete in the same supply and demand type atmosphere of what you're doing, okay, in that category. So you may need to shift sometimes, but you're not supposed to stop. You do not stop. You take small steps, and then if it take a deviation over here, you have to do it, or a deviation over here, you have to do it. But listen, it's your business, so whatever it takes for you to keep it moving, that is what you do, and you don't listen to anybody. And as a matter of fact, don't tell your business. Let people see you working. Let them see your table being prepared. Let them doubt you. Let them say whatever it is that they want to say, but you keep working. You keep moving. You keep progressing, and eventually they're gonna be like, "Man, I should have supported you." Don't forget those who didn't support you. Just keep them in the back of your mind, because when they come back, baby, you gonna pay triple, okay? When they come back around, make them pay triple, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying literally, but you don't take no wooden nickels from them. You understand what I mean? When a person don't support you in the beginning, and then when they come back talking about they want a discount, absolutely not. They weren't loyal. You don't owe them anything. Not only are you not going to give them a discount, you're going to make them pay top dollar for what you are doing. You are worth the pay. A laborer is worthy of his hire. And so whatever you have as far as your business, you're going to make them pay. And why? Because you're going to deliver the best of the best service. Don't forget that part. You're going to deliver the best of the best service. And you are worthy of what you are worth. And don't let anybody tell you that you're not. I don't deviate from what I charge when I come out and speak. I don't deviate. Why should I deviate? Either you can afford to pay me or you can't afford to pay me. And if you can't afford to pay me, guess what? I'm going to make that money up some other way. But I'm not going to stress it, and I'm not going to go down on what I need. You understand? Because I got a life to live, and my gift is going to make room for me. And I have stories to tell. Y'all know I have stories to tell. I got so many stories to tell. But when I tell my story, a lot of it, if you don't catch it on my show, a lot of it is not going to be free. Some stories you don't tell for free. Okay? If you are an orator, if you are a speaker, you are one that go out and speak before people, you can't tell everything for free. Your gift will make room for you. This is what you do. This is how you pay your bills and bring in your bread and your bacon. So you can't do everything for free, and so I can't give you all of it for free. But trust and believe, people want it. People asking me to speak here and there. People even want to know things about politics from me. You see what I'm saying? And I would be remiss to say that I did not have good teachers, because I did have good teachers in politics. That's what amazes me, that people try to say that somebody was telling me to do certain things during my election. Oh, I can call you a liar right now, because nobody was telling me to do certain things in my election. I had already been taught years ago what to do and how to do it. And just to clarify some things, you guys, I was my own campaign manager. I was my campaign manager. I strategized my campaign this year in 2024, and my advisor was a former school board superintendent. Yes, I had an advisor, but it wasn't an advisor that the person that's around here lying is talking about. My advisor was a former school board superintendent for a few different schools. So do me a favor and keep me out your mouths. But matter of fact, don't keep me out your mouths, because I want to be relevant in your life. You see what I'm saying? I want to be relevant in your life. So keep talking. But guys, if y'all want to know the truth, you come to me. Ask me the truth about me, because these people don't know me. They don't know me. And that's how you need to be in your life, in your business, okay? You need to move on regardless of what people say, regardless of what they do. You need to know that you can accomplish anything that you want. So what we doing, we writing down our goals. We writing down our short-term goals. We writing down our long-term goals. And then what we're going to do, once we identify our goals, we're going to identify how to accomplish our goals. Who do we need? What do we need? Where do we need it? The establishments, the money that we need. Do a business plan. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I did a business plan for a business that I never started. But other than that, I didn't do a business plan for any of my other businesses, because it just came naturally. It was my gift, and this will happen. But I want you to do business plans, and the reason why you do business plans is that's so you can follow your business plans, and then you can look back and say, oh, I need this, I needed this, I need this, and you won't miss anything in your business plans. I had my businesses legally since 2015, all three. I had two of them since 2015. And so I kind of know what I need to do when I was going out to speak and preach and all that stuff. If I ever went to preach, I never gave a person an amount to pay me. I let them pay me tokens of love. And let me tell you, that worked out for me, because I'll never forget that for 7 minutes, I think it was 7 minutes, I got paid $100 for 7 minutes. 7 minutes. I'll never forget that one. And so my gift makes room for me. Your gift will make room for you. And so you write your goals down, short, long-term goals. You write how to accomplish the goals, and then you take small steps down from establishing your business. Even the business name, you have to know that in order to have a fictitious business name, that has to be approved. You have to go on SEC and make sure it's available. You got to pay for that name, and then you have to go and register under that name and all that stuff. Come on. It's not hard at all. It's very easy, and you will pay lawyers to do something that you can do, and the whole process in starting a business, especially here in Portsmouth, may not be more than $250, and your business is off the ground. You are a business owner. And let me tell you something, and I want to make it perfectly clear to you, to those who have these goals, and you have people in your life always trying to knock you down. There's no such thing as your little business. There's no such thing as your little business. If you have a business, you are a business owner. If you have your paperwork like I have mine all over the place, you are a business owner. Now, what comes out of that is up to you. How hard you push, how you market, how hard you work for it. I told you, you got to work as if you're trying to breathe. You're trying to get your head above water. You have to work for your business, not your little business, okay? So don't let anybody downgrade what you do, because most of the people that's saying your little business have no business at all, have no drive, have no desire, have no life. They live for putting other people down. So do not allow them to discourage you with that little business crap, because your little business one day may be what's keeping your whole family above water. So do not let anybody discourage you with that little business term, because long as I'm not asking you for your coins, you leave me and my so-called little business alone, because we're not asking you for anything. Let me explain to you something else too. Never stop. Never stop. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, because those who you think will support you, 9 times out of 10, they will not support you. I told you what happens when your friends, a lot of your so-called friends support you. That's because you already got it going on. When you start selling, when you start making money, when you got money in the bank and you don't need people to really support the things that you're doing, that's when you're going to see them coming, baby. That's when they're going to start calling and wanting to purchase stuff that you have and wanting to support your seminars and your groups. I'm telling you, it never fails. Then they want to be on the scene because they want to be the one that has contact with you. They want to be the ones that say, oh, I know her. I can talk to her. I can this, that, and that. Do what I do. Keep that same energy you had when you thought I couldn't do it. Keep that same energy you had when you thought I was going to fail without you. Keep that same energy that you had when you couldn't keep my mouth, well, my name out of your mouth. Keep that same negative energy, but just keep it away from me. No, you don't know me. Because that person you knew is not here anymore. That's how you have to be with these people that want to be relevant. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. This election only taught me more. I had already learned a lot, but this election taught me more when people started coming out of the woodworks and want to make sure that I know that they voted for me. Want to congratulate me. But I know that you were the one that was up there talking about love ain't gonna never win. You were the one. I know you were. I know it. But see, keep your congratulations. Congratulate God. Thank God for me. Thank God for me because he's the one who used people to show me favor. He will use your enemy to show you favor because see, it'll be the words that your enemy say to someone else that will make that person support you because they know that that's just somebody trying to bring you down. See, your words, enemy, is what helped me. So I want to thank you. Thank you for the favor that I received during this election period. But I'm telling y'all, people wanted to know me, people calling, people texting me. And it's okay because I'm a lovely person. I'm a loving person. It's okay. I'm not going to hold nothing against you. But the hardest thing for anybody to do, for the most part, is to forgive people who have never asked for your forgiveness and people who don't even know that they have wronged you. That is one of the most difficult things for you to do, but you have to do it. It is necessary for you to forgive those who don't even ask for forgiveness and forgive those who ask for forgiveness. You understand? That's necessary. That's how you keep your blessings going. See, right now, when you're, and y'all know how I do now. I talk about the person that brings my help. Now, when you are doing the right thing, your blessings are just piling up. Your blessings are just, coming on top of each other. They're just waiting in line. And when I say they're waiting, because you know what we have to do? We got to move to our blessings. You cannot be stagnant. You don't think that he's going to just sit them blessings in your lap. Faith without works is dead. You have to work for them. You have to do something right. You have to be obedient in order to receive your blessings, right? So you don't think that just sitting still, your blessings going to come to you. You got to move. But they're being lined up because you're being faithful, okay? You're being just. You're being obedient, and your blessings are coming. And it's okay to expect your blessings. And I expected my blessing. Y'all should have heard me talking to God when I was down in the bottom of those numbers on election day. And I was like, wait a minute. It's getting late. It's almost it was like 10:30 or something like that, 11 when I got home. I can't remember, but I'm like, wait a minute, Lord. Let me talk to you. And I had never, ever had a conversation with him like the one I had. But I had to remind him, I felt like I had to remind him that you promised me this. You said if I did this, this would happen for me. And I put it on the table, and I guess he was like, this girl ain't never talked to me like that, because y'all know I got a relationship with him where we talk like we talk. And I said, I know he's like, this girl ain't never talked to me like that. But I did it respectfully, but I did it with passion. And not only did I do that, I reminded him that I still trust him. That I still trust him. And because I trusted him, I went to sleep. And I was sleeping peacefully when I got that congratulations message. I was sleeping peacefully because I couldn't do nothing but trust him. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Whatever it is that you desire to do, you have to be obedient, you have to work for it, you have to have faith, and you have to trust him. And it shall be done. It will be done. And I want y'all to remember that I told you that it will be done. Whatever your goal is, if it's good for you, it will be done. If it's his will, it will be done. Do not doubt the situation. Just work for it. Have faith. Trust. And it will be done. So you don't have to wait till the first of the year to make a New Year's resolution. I'm telling you right now to start doing, what it is that you desire to be done in your life. What do you think that can manage your lifestyle, and that is within your skills, your skills, your gifts? What do you have? Is it braiding hair? Is it doing hair? Do you need to go to cosmetology school? Is it taking blood? What is it that you can do so well? Do you make people feel warm and fuzzy? Do you need to be one of those people that go out and sit with people, be a companion? What is it that you have in you that you can market yourself if ever need be? If ever a time for COVID, let me tell you something. Remember when COVID hit and we needed masks? You remember about a few years ago where we used to have home ec in schools? Now, let me tell you something. Remember, do you know how many of us would have been able to make money? Not really us, let's say our children now, had they had home ec in school? When they were making them masks, can you imagine the different designs that these children would have been putting out because they had took home ec in school and they were able to sew? Baby, we would have had all types of Batman masks and Supergirl masks and all kinds of masks. But let me tell you what happened. The old heads, like my girlfriends and up above them, they were pulling out masks and scarves and gloves. They was making that money. They was taking them orders and making them little box masks. And some of them masks weren't a piece of nothing. They had some of them masks weren't made worth nothing. But because you couldn't make your own designer mask, you did what you purchased theirs. Because I know I did. I had a little bag full of makeshift masks I should have threw in the garbage. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when you have your skill. You're always able to fall back on your skills. Always. I got a girlfriend, when she goes on vacation, she don't have to purchase anything. She can make all of her clothes. And she makes the little garments, the little, jumpsuits, little sexy flowing dresses and stuff like that. Don't cost her nothing for her clothes but some material and little bands and stuff like that. That's skill. That's skills that if she ever need to make some extra money, she can sell her designs. You understand what I'm saying? So find out, pinpoint, identify what your goals are, and baby, push. And don't let anybody stop you. There's always going to be some haters. Don't let anybody stop you. Because when a person hate on you, they become a non-factor in your life. Don't get mad at me. You become a non-factor in a person's life. If you can't uplift them, you become a non-factor. Okay? Because you're someone that want to pull them down when they need someone that's going to pull them up and is going to boost them up. And if you can't pull them up, I want you to go on and stand on my shoulders. That's what I want you to do. That's the type of person I am. And anybody will tell you, I will help anybody. I will help anybody, but I don't give you chances to cross me. I will help you, but once you cross me, once you act like I did nothing for you, once you go out here and try to put my name in the street and drag me, I turn away from you. Because I learned that from my Father, who's in heaven. He turns away from sin. When you start sinning, he turns his back to you, baby. That's what he does. So when you start sinning against me and when you start talking against me, I just take his lead and I turn away from you. I'm not going to entertain your foolishness. You do that with your friends. I'm going to turn away from you and I'm going to keep on moving and keep on moving. What? Towards my blessings. Because I know that what? God is continuously preparing my table. And I know that what? He's doing it before in the presence of my enemies. And I want you to what? I want you to see every last blessing that he blessed me with. And that is why I will not what? I will not delete you from my Facebook account or my Instagram account or my TikTok account. I want you to see everything that God will bestow upon me. And I want you to know that just like he did it for me, he will do it for you. You see how kind I am? You see how kind I am? Y'all, I want y'all to be just as kind. Don't delete these people. Let them see it. Don't stop them. Let them see it. And hopefully they will turn from their wicked ways and take notice and do what you do. And that's to be faithful, uplifting, and loving. Love one another. And change. And don't let these titles fool you, baby. Don't walk around here letting these titles fool you. It's some evil individuals walking around here with these titles that God did not bestow upon them, that man bestowed upon them. I'm telling you, don't let these titles fool you. One thing about me that I don't do, I have learned to never talk about the person of the cloth. If you say that God called you, I believe you for the most part. You know, not literally, I don't. But I'm going to go with what you told me. And I will not talk against the person that God has called. I won't do it. Okay? I will not. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. And I consider that as being a part of that scripture. So I would never do it. So I won't talk against you, but you know what I will do? You know I'll get you straight, don't you? To your face. I will do that. But I will never drag them. I will never talk against them. I'll tell the truth on them, though. So because if you did something, you shouldn't have done it if you didn't want nobody to know it. So I'll tell the truth. But I'm trying to tell y'all, be mindful of who give you advice, because there are people, wolves in sheep clothing. Come on, they're here. They're here. And they calling themselves men and women of God. They're calling themselves, missionaries. They're calling themselves disciple makers. You know what I'm saying? Fishers of men and women. That's what they're calling themselves. And maybe they're self-seeking. And you cannot receive from a person that's self-seeking because they're not giving you anything. So like my grandmother told me, or like my mother told me, you don't have to allow anybody to give you anything. You take what's yours and you take it from your knowledge, from your skills, and from your persistence. You don't give up. Hey, I think that's enough. Thank you so much for joining Real Talk Live with Arnett D. Love. It has been my pleasure to uplift you. You are worth everything, and I want to see you gain everything that you are worth. Remember that God loves you, and I love you. Make sure you love yourself, and then you can go on and love someone else. Until we shall meet again, may you be blessed tremendously. I will talk to you very soon.